Let's have a conversation.
What's happening, everybody? Good evening. I hope everyone had a good Monday. So, what I'm going to talk about tonight, there's no specific agenda, but I wanted to make a continuation of what I was talking about on my Instagram live earlier. I've started to do fairly consistent Instagram lives, and that is mainly for the purpose of getting more traffic to come over here to my YouTube page, which is my main squeeze. The main place where I dedicate my time towards content is here on this page. So the topic that I was talking about was, well, there was a few things, but one of them was not letting the people around you make you feel like the extraordinary things that you do every day are not extraordinary. And I just put that as a short on YouTube. So I'll give you some examples. If you get up every day, you have a family to feed, and you have to go to work, and you wake up and you're like, today's a day when I just don't feel into it. I can't get myself up out of bed to get myself ready, get breakfast, jump in the car, drive to work, interact with people I may or may not like, do a job that I may or may not like, but you get up anyways. You're like, I have people who are depending on me, mouths to feed, etc. You get yourself up every single day consistently. You don't take sick days. You don't often take leaves of absences. You don't often use your PTO. You just go and you just do what you're supposed to do. There's people who don't do that. There's people who don't show up. There's people who don't have jobs. There's people who leave the job. So you consistently showing up and doing something consistently is extraordinary. The example that I used when I made my Instagram post, people see me exercising 5 days a week, sometimes six. And a lot of them look at it and they're like, that's regular for Mark because that's his baseline. That's what he loves and enjoys doing. Okay, so there's nothing special about it. But let me tell you, it is special. And the reason why is because in a perfect world where I did not have any responsibilities, any life responsibilities, I didn't do my 9 to 5, I didn't have all these other things that I did on the side, and I could just dedicate my life to only doing exercise. Or maybe if I was like a pro athlete or something that was just so talented that I could do some kind of sport or exercise for a living, yes, that would be something that I would say that I would enjoy very much so, and very often, because that's what I do for my life. Now you plug in all my aspects of life around the training, and now you get a scenario where only 5% of the time, 10% of the time am I actually very excited about my training. And none of that time is when I'm running, I'll tell you that. You guys see that I have a run schedule where I run like 3 days a week. It is not because I love running, I promise you. I promise you it's not because I love running. So every time I get up and I say, this is what I have set out to do, I'm going to do this no matter what type of day I'm having, no matter what kind of mood I wake up in, no matter how my body is feeling, unless it's injured. Hey, what's up, man? Long time, long time. I haven't seen you on here in a long time. I hope everything is good. Yeah, so every time that I show up is an amazing thing. And the reason I'm saying that is because there's multiple reasons why the people around you might not be giving you that credit. Well, one could just be that they don't see what it takes because we often show everybody our highlights. We show everybody our good points and our good moments and not too much of our low times and our low moments in life. I'm doing pretty good today. I'm a little bit on the tired side, but I'm not bad overall. Things could be worse. Yeah, so we that could be one reason is that we show people our highlights and they don't know the struggles that it took to get there. They just know I see Mark on the track or in the gym frequently. So it just means that he just pops up and he's like, "Yo, I'm excited. Let me just run over there and do that." Like, no, it's a process. Like today when I woke up, my body was sore from this workout that I did on Saturday. And I was like, how am I going to drag myself to the track and how am I going to run 5 miles on the track with this kind of pain? But then I was like, you know what? This is what I set out to do. I can't break my routine because as soon as I start breaking my routine, it's going to become even harder to commit to what I'm doing. When something is a routine, I think everyone kind of knows. You're like, this is what I have to do. It's not a variable that I can take it or leave it type of thing. It's like, this is what I have to do. When you wake up and you have kids to take care of, you're not like, well, today's the day I'm not going to take care of them. Tomorrow I'm going to take care of them. Today they can make their own food and they can change themselves and they can do whatever, depending on how old they are, of course. But they're not part time. It's not like a part time commitment. So the things that we want, we have to dedicate the same amount of energy towards, and we have to put the same level of importance towards those things. Like these are not optional things. I always tend to go around goal setting when I don't have a specific topic. I know some people appreciate that, probably some people don't, but goal setting is something that has impacted my life a lot in the last few years. And a lot of people ask me about how I'm able to do the things that I do so consistently. I'm sorry, I'm tired. So consistently, and where that mindset comes from. And I always tell them it comes from a place of having experienced some deep, deep lows and deep, dark places where I did not want to do anything. And the things and the steps that it took me to get out of those places, I reached a point where I was like, I never want to go back. So sometimes my mind, when I'm lazy for multiple different days in a row, when I don't do anything for several days in a row, which does not really happen too often. To me, several days is like 3 days, 4 days at the most. I start to feel like you don't ever want to go back to where you were, do you, Mark? So if I were you, I would just pop up out of bed and get to doing something, get back to the grind. You know what could happen if you don't. So that's my little TED talk regarding that. I just had a talk with one of my family members about this very topic, so it's pretty fresh on my mind. I don't really think I have much more than that for tonight. I just wanted to hop on and do a quick check-in. And just a reminder, follow my other channel, Mindful Reality. Mindful, and then reality is spelled REALITEA. This is a channel where I'm doing all of my reality TV coverage. Right now, I'm covering the Challenge World Championships and Big Brother Canada. Um, BB Can is all right so far. It's not the same without the live feeds, but it's all right. I'm enjoying the Challenge World Championships, even though my guy Wes is out. And I'm looking forward to BB25, which should be coming out, I don't know, late June to early July. And that's pretty much all my updates that I have for now. So I hope everybody has a good evening, and we will talk again soon. Shout out to the replay crew.